मुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवयात् भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 26, Text number 50. Okay. एतान्यसंहत्य यदा महद् आदानि सप्त वै महत् आदीनि सप्त वै कालकर्म गुणोपेतो कालकर्म गुणोपेतो जगद आदिर उपाविशात् जगत आदिर उपाविशात् एतान्यसं हत्या यदा महत् आदीनि सप्त वै कालकर्म गुणोपेतो जगत आदिर उपाविशात् एषान संहत्य यदा महत् आदीनि सप्त वै कालकर्म गुणोपेतो जगत आदिर उपाविशात् एतान्यसंहत्य यदा महत् आदीनि सप्त वै कालकर्म गुणोपेतो जगत आदिर उपाविशात्. Synonyms: etani, these, asamhatya, being unmixed, yada, when, mahat adini, the mahatattva, false ego and 5 gross elements, sapta, all together 7, why, in fact, kala, time, karma, work, guna, and the 3 modes of material nature. Upeta, accompanied by. Jagat Adihi, the origin of creation. Upavishata, entered. Translation and purport by His Holiness A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. When all these elements were unmixed, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original creation, when all these elements were unmixed, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original creation, along with the time, work, and the qualities of the modes of material nature, entered into the universe with the total material energy in 7 divisions. Purport. After stating the generation of the cause, Kapiladeva speaks about the generation of the effects. At that time, when the causes were unmixed, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his feature of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, entered within each universe. Accompanying him were all of the 7 primary elements, the 5 material elements, the total energy, Mahatattva, the 5 and the false ego. This entrance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead involves his entering even the atoms of the material world. This is confirmed in Brahma Samhita 5.35. Andantarastha paramanu chayantaras He is not only within the universe, but he is within the atoms also. He is within the hearts of every living entity. Garbhodakshay Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, entered into everything. I repeat the translation. When all the elements were unmixed, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original origin of creation, along with the time, work, and the qualities of the modes of material nature, entered into the universe with the total material energy in 7 divisions. ओमज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। So Hare Krishna. So here in this verse, the process of creation is explained by Lord Kapila to Mother Devahuti. So basically, why we have to study the process of creation, what we are going to do, like it is not like we are not going to apply it in our life. No, it's not like you take principles from process of creation and see its applicability into our day-to-day life. That is not the criteria. But if you see, like many people around the world, when they come to the conception of spirituality, or when they come to the question of God, they said, "Who is God?" Then immediately they say, "God is one who made everything, every one of us. God is a creator." Because like that's why in Islam and Christianity, the title of God is given to they identify with God is creation because when they say okay what whose property is everything this all this material world all these rivers mountains land trees and all these things whose property who's created all these things when that question arises immediately they refer to God. This is the property of God, so it is the property of God, so he is the owner and we are actually living by his mercy. That is their conception. So course, yes, entire Srimad Bhagavatam, there are a lot of lessons that we learn, and Chaitanya Charitamrita also, because more than what is knowing about who is God, like now, and what, like now, knowing about God is one thing, means like Sanatana Goswami says, right, the steps of self-realization are Sambandha Abhidaya Prayojanam. Means, first of all, establishing Sambandha means we should know properly about who is actually the person who is actually arranged everything, who is actually maintaining this entire universe. Then that is the process of Sambandha. Then Avidaya means like what we have to do to establish relationship with him or approach him, and what is the benefit that we are going to get is prayojana. So now when it comes to the process of creation, it will explain the how great God is. And somebody will say, like, some Christianity, they have very vague idea of the process of creation. God said that let there be light, and light came. Let there be sun, like that earth, water, fire, and he created all the six elements in 6 days, and seventh day he took rest. That's how they that is their explanation. But in our Vedic culture, especially in our Srimad Bhagavatam, elaborate description how what elements came first and how from which element in which order the process of creation took place, and how Lord is entered into that universe to maintain that universe is elaborately explained. So when we have such idea, then we have two advantages. We will have the detailed conception of about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, about the opulence, about the power, about the authority of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And second thing is, we can perceive presence of Lord in everything that we come across. Like, for example, like when we see any fellow devotees or any person or nice scenic natural scene or natural scenic location, so we immediately think, oh, this is the greatness of God. That is because Krishna says, right, those who see me in everything and everywhere is always resides in me, means his thoughts always dwell in me. So that is a conception. So, but one may say, okay, we already discussed in the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam that, right, Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdati. So Lord expanded himself into, Lord has three main expansions, which the learned scholars say. What are the three conceptions? Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. In the form of Brahman, Lord is all pervasive throughout the entire material and spiritual worlds. And as a Paramatma, he is sitting in our heart as a witness to our activities. And Bhagavan, as original Supreme Personality of Godhead, he resided in his own abode. So now, like, then what is the conception? Why again here? Like, if Brahman is the basis for everything, then why again Lord is saying here? Like, Kapil Dev is saying here, yes, Radha Gopi and all of that. Kapil Dev is saying here, when all the elements are unmixed, the Supreme Personality of God at the origin of creation, along with the time, work, and the qualities of the modes of material nature, entered into the universe with the total material energy in 7 divisions. So, as a Brahman is already present there as a base, he is the basis for everything. Krishna says, right, in Bhagavad Gita, just the way pearls are rest on the thread in a garland, the same way, I am the basis for entire universal affairs. So now, if Krishna or Vishnu or is as Lord is the basis as for everything in the form of Brahman, why again he has to enter separately into each universe? So now this is the Kriya Shakti of the Lord. Our Acharya, especially Rupa Goswami or Jiva Goswami in the Sandarbhas and all this, they explain about different energies, different aspects of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now here, even though he's all Brahman is very inert, means Brahman doesn't interfere with any of the things. It just provides the base, it just provides the script. Like, for example, when somebody want to project a movie, you need to have a screen, right? So in that way, Brahman is the basis for everything, and Lord as a Brahman is all pervasive, and he doesn't interfere with any of the affairs. He'll just provide the space, provide the ground for activities to happen. But as a Paramatma or as a Priya Shakti, he entered into each element and maintained them. Yeah, now here if you see Prabhupada writes here, Andantarastha Paramanu Chantarastham means Lord is present in Brahmanda also, Paramanu also. Entire universe is maintained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even the atom is maintained by Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord is within every atom and in between each atom. So, and also Lord is present in the heart of every living entity. So that is so much in detail that we can go up to. So when we have this conception, then we will be free from the false conception of false ego, because the main impediment for one to advance in bhakti process, should always quotes that, right? The third verse of Shikshashtakam is more important. Unless you finish the words, you cannot be able to enter into fourth verse. What is the fourth verse? Nadanam Najanam. That renunciation will not happen. So when we perceive, when we have the conception, clear idea that Lord is the basis for everything, Lord is the actual doer, then we develop humility. Why we develop arrogance? Why do we develop this too much of egoism? Is we think that something is happening because of me. The egoism or the arrogance develops when we accomplish something, when we are special when compared to others. Oh, I did this, I can do that, because of me everything is happening. That is the conception of false ego. One has to totally give up the false ego and identify with the real ego. What is the real ego? I am the part and parcel of Krishna. I am the servant of Krishna. And everything is happening by Krishna's will, and everything is happening by Krishna's mercy. And I am only the instrumental cause. So that kind of person, they immediately develop the proper attitude to perform devotional service. So devotional service is one thing, means that getting things done is one thing, and performing the proper attitude is another thing. It is said that in Bhagavad says, right, especially in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the past times, Ajamir, all those things, just by uttering one name of Krishna, one can burn the sinful reactions of millions of lives. That is said. But, and also it is said in later chapters in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it said one can chant for millions of years, but he will not attain Krishna. What is the difference? What is the difference? Why so much of complexity? In one hand, you are saying just even Namabhas, or just even the if you utter the name of Krishna, that is enough. But at the same time, in the other hand, you are saying that if you chant for millions of lifetimes also, you will not be able to attain Krishna. So the difference it comes is the attitude with which we are doing that service. Attitude means how much shelter you are taking, how much intensity, how much sincere you are in that sadhana. Otherwise, just artificially chanting or doing it is said that not only chanting, anything that we do in the service of Krishna, any of the process of nine nangas of devotion service, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanedam. Somebody can be hearing Srimad Bhagavatam daily, but nothing goes inside. But somebody may listen to it very attentively and get immense benefit, because we have to correlate everything with our life, and we have to correlate, yes, this message is specifically for me. This what I can learn from him, what I can apply with this. When such an seriousness, such an attentiveness is there, such a sincerity is there, that even a hearing of simple lecture, Parikshit Maharaj did not perform elaborate tapasya for thousands of years. He sat and attentively heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Shukadeva Goswami, and within 7 days he was able to attain the perfection. So that is the power of hearing. Because Parikshit Maharaj is in the situation of life and death, I need to have this. Otherwise I will go and take birth as some more like take birth in the womb of mother again and come back again and again in this material world. So I want to go back to Godhead and he stopped eating, he stopped sleeping, and he always very enthusiastic in conveying his attentiveness to his guru Sukadeva Goswami. And he says to Sukadeva Goswami also, now don't think that I'm like I might get fatigued, I might get thirsty, I might get hungry. Srimad Krishna Katha is nourishing me so much so that I'm like no, I'm able to taste the new rasas at every moment. Please keep going, he encourages. And also Shukadeva Goswami tests in the middle. Like when he was explaining about the Krishna's killing, what is that snake name? Agasura. He says to just he says one sentence. Okay, Krishna killed his Agasura when he was 8, and Krishna like no, and the Gopa boys when they are returning, like no, he was 9 years old. Just like that, he will say. And here Sukadeva Goswami is testing Parikshit Maharaj, how attentive he is hearing, how much hankering he has to hear about Krishna. Immediately Parikshit Maharaj excuses, and then he asks the question, Guruji, you are saying about Krishna killed Agasura when he was 8, and while going back, he was 9 years old, and he was all the Gopa boys were 9 years old when he was when they are going back and glorifying Krishna's pastimes. When they narrated this Agasura killing pastime in to their parents. So the Shukadeva Goswami is very much pleased with the attentiveness of Parikshit Maharaj. And he explains why like he then explains the Brahma Vimohan Lila. So if you see even the Srimad Bhagavatam also, first second chapter itself is end of all the conception of like no, I think it actually starts after 9 or 10th chapter. Shukadeva Goswami enters and Shukadeva Goswami gives answers in very brief manner. And Parikshit Maharaj, after hearing these brief answers, he again do questioning again, Pariprashna. That's how entire Srimad Bhagavatam gets elaborated for until 18 cantos. 18 volume, 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. So means that attentiveness, that seriousness that we have to show in whatever we are doing, a simple hearing or chanting. When we chant holy name of Krishna, we should chant in such a way that Prabhupada says, right? One should chant like baby crying for his mother. Because baby doesn't have any more shelter. Nobody can help baby except her mother, or his mother. So that's how we have to cry for Krishna. And also Shravanam Kirtam, Smaranam also. Always when we are fully Krishna conscious, we remember in every activity that we do, every service we do, oh, these Krishnas, you are doing pot washing, you are doing singing about Krishna, or even like doing something for Krishna. We'll be very, okay, I'm dealing with Krishna's devotees, I'm dealing with Krishna's service. Actually, His Holiness Rahana Maharaj says in one lecture that if somebody asks you, somebody give you some service, you should know that it is your ticket to going back to Godhead. If somebody tells you to change a light bulb, and you should not like, oh, it's light bulb only, a simple service. No, you should not think like that. It is as important as that, like main like deity service or cooking for Krishna like that. Because this is what pleases Guru and Krishna devotees. And when the Guru and the devotees are pleased, automatically Krishna is pleased. When Krishna is pleased only, then he will be merciful upon us and reveal what real bhakti is all about. And due to that, our Hridaya Grandhi means the knot in the heart is cut off from this metal existence, and we'll be able to get liberated from this metal world and go back to Godhead. So anything like Smaranam, Archanam, doing temple worship, Dasyam also, doing any service to Krishna, Sakyam, associating with the devotees, associating with the deities, associating with the spiritual master. We should be very fortunate. We should be always in a friendly disposition. We should be express our gratitude at every step of our association. That's how, like, no, that's how we value their association. We value Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam, being fully surrendered to Krishna in doing anything and everything. So in every aspect, no, we have to go deeper, deeper, deeper. No, Sachinandan Maharaj, right? He always says, go deep, deep, deep. Don't just chant like that. Go deep, deep, deep. He always says deep, deep. Like more like when he says like 3-4 times, he sings Hare Krishna mantra and again stops saying, go deeper, deeper, deeper. He says that. That's how one can relish the process of bhakti. See, bhakti is simple for simple, complex for complicated persons. If you complicate it, putting your own conceptions, and it will become more and more complex. But if simply just follow the instructions and simply render service, or no, do everything for Krishna's pleasure, then it is easy, simple. Just follow, take shelter of Krishna, do everything for Krishna, and then go back to Bhagavad. That's such a simple thing. But if you think, oh, this thing, that thing, and make it complicated, it will be more and more complicated. No, Prabhu says, right? Bhakti is simple but not easy. So, like, no, there was a nice example of, no, like the Brahmana boy who was in Nadi. He was only drinking milk. He was performing such an austerity, and staying a brahmachari itself, it's a great austerity, because he has to forsake all the comforts of family life, no? And he cannot eat anything and everything, because and also uh, pleasures of family life, no? I mean, my family, my kids, my wife, my husband, that kind of conception he has to totally has to renounce. And he was following such a strict rule, like he was only drinking milk. Like not 1 day, not 2 days. In his lifetime, like, as it takes the oath, he was just drinking milk and subsiding on milk, just like Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami just stays in the house of a householder only the time it takes to milk a cow, and he just takes some milk and then moves forward. That's it. So such an austerity was performing. And he actually confused that, no, performing austerity is bhakti that will please Krishna. He confused itself. Now, of course, in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Lord Vishnu says to Brahmaji that, no, tapasya is my heart and soul. If you perform tapasya, it is, I am very much pleased with you. Like that he says. But this brahmachari was performing very severe tapasya. He was totally not doing any sense gratification. He's controlling his senses, and he was limiting all his like eating, sleeping, all those things. And he wanted, like, he developed a desire to see Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu's dance. So he approached Srivas Thakur, and Srivas Thakur, like that time, Garu Mahaprabhu was like doing Sankirtan only in the assembly of devotees who are very much selective. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very much selective in the beginning of his preaching movement, who can come and associate with him and who is not supposed to do. So that's why they used to perform the Sankirtan every evening and all through night in the closed doors of Srivas Angan. Srivas Thakur's home, everybody enter and then close the door and then to perform Kirtan. And within the devotees. And when somebody is hidden from you, you will develop curiosity. Many people develop curiosity. Oh, what's happening in the closed doors? Why Mahaprabhu is giving mercy to only few people? When can we be able to know? That some pious people, they thought, okay, we don't have qualification enter there. No, maybe when Mahaprabhu becomes merciful, he may grant us to have that darshan. But anyways, people, what they are thinking, they are actually spreading rumors. Why these people are hiding? If they are not doing something wrong, why you have to hide? No, you can be public, right? Like when you do DT or Shiva or Sankirtan, nobody is going to oppose you. No? Why you have to do Sankirtan in the closed doors like that? They are actually spreading rumors. They are doing something illegal. They are bringing some girls or no, doing something like that in the dead of the night like that. They are spreading rumors just to defame the devotees and Vaishnavas. And this brahmachari, he saw that no, he was very much pious. He was very much no, like performing austerities, and he was very simple-hearted. He developed desire to see the Mahaprabhu's dance. He heard about it, like how wonderful it is, no, and he wanted to see how Mahaprabhu does Sankirtan and dances. So he approached Srivas Thakur and says, no, like I wanted to see, he presented his profile and then he said, okay, I wanted to see, can you please excuse me? Because it is Srivas' home, Srivas Anand, right? So, but Srivas was very much like uh, not sure about too. So he sent him back. No, 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 actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu handpicked the devotees who can be in that Sankirtan. So I cannot let you. Please forgive me like that. He sent him back. But this brahmachari, like humbly he was approaching every time and putting the request in front of Srivas Thakur. So Srivas Thakur was very, sensitive person, kind-hearted Vaishnava. So he thought, okay, what is there in it? Let me hide this brahmachari so that his desire will be fulfilled and he will be satisfied and he will carry on with his life. That's what he thought. Okay. So what he did, he hid in some place, underneath some basket or something, so that he can just see the Lord's dance and then go away from there. So that day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and starts the Sankirtan. And he does Sankirtan for some time and stops the Sankirtan altogether. He says, I'm not finding the ecstasy, I'm not finding the uh, pleasure and ecstasy that I regularly feel when I do Sankirtan, when I dance. So is there anybody who is not supposed to be here? Yes, yes, Srivas Thakur. And Srivas Thakur, he understood that, like Mahaprabhu found out. So he wanted to present in such a way that, like it will be, Mahaprabhu will rethink about the, not his decision, rethink about what's going on. So first, no, yes, there are no non-devotees, there are no sense enjoyers. Like that he presented. But there is one brahmachari, he is a very such a austere person. He drinks only milk, like that he says, and he's sincere like that. And Mahaprabhu becomes so angry. Get him out, from here before I rip him apart. Like that he says, I'm going to destroy entire world. He says like that. Such an angry displays. And as soon as he saw that brahmachari comes out of this hiding place and he was he's quietly going towards the door. And Mahaprabhu said, "You, like, what foolishness is this? You thought you can achieve Krishna just by drinking milk?" Like that he chastised that brahmachari. And that brahmachari, so when this happened, the brahmachari humbly accepted the chastisement. And he thought, oh, I should not have done this. There is a reason why Mahaprabhu is doing kirtan in the closed doors. But still I wanted to see Mahaprabhu's dance without Mahaprabhu's sanction. So this is my mistake only. But I should have got more punishment than this. No, I should have got more this is not at all insulting. This is not he's so merciful, but that's why he's just chastising me and leaving me off. But I'm very grateful for whatever I was able to see. For at least a moment of time, I was able to see the beautiful dance of Mahaprabhu. Like that, he was very grateful for everything. Very grateful to Srivas Thakur, very grateful to Mahaprabhu, and very grateful for the opportunity, and very grateful to Krishna also for giving this chance. And he was walking away from the door. Immediately, Mahaprabhu, realized the heart of the brahmachari. And then he called him back and says, educated him. See, you cannot achieve Krishna with these austerities. You perform bhakti. Oh, bhakti is the only process by which you can attain Krishna. What is bhakti? Doing all the services. Bhakti is love. Love means whatever is required to please the beloved. What pleases? Like all the following all the Vaishnava etiquettes, all the things that are given in the Shikshashtakam, and all the aspects of bhakti with humble service attitude. That is more important. Then only this will please to Krishna. Now in Christianity there is one proverb, right? Kingdom of God is the property of humble and meek. And also one famous saying, pride comes before fall. So all these things you have to always keep in mind and perform bhakti for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Then we'll be able to succeed in our spiritual life, and attain the perfection. Okay, we'll end it here. Anybody have any questions or comments you can discuss? You have any questions?
What is the name of that milk drinking brahmachari?
His name is milk drinking. That's what in Chetan also they say. Like South Indian Brahmana, milk drinking brahmachari. Krishna Kaviraj Goswami writes like that only. But essence is God, na? And after this incident, the Mahaprabhu gave the permission to him. He can come and associate with him.
Then there is no other pastime of milk.
He became associate of Chaitanya, whatever he needed.
Yeah, that maybe like he would have assisted in so many ways. I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's it. All the devotees did all the many services, but most like you cannot do everything. Cannot be recorded, right? Very prominent services, very prominent lessons. What we can learn from their life and dealings with on their performing their devotional service, that were highlighted in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Even like Srimad Bhagavatam also, each story has so much of back and forth, so much of story behind the incident and a story after the incident also. But very few things which are essential, very most importantly essential, are collected and kept in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Anybody have any questions online? Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. No questions, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the class.
Volunteer Gandhra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Ananta
Jai.
Vaishnava Vrinda ki.
Yeah, his grace Acharya Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Prabhuji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.